Around 300 artefacts, including iron axes, scissors and a unique Celtic helmet from the 4th century BC, have been unearthed by archaeologists in Poland. The finds were made at the Ysa Góra site in Mazovia. Lead researcher Dr. Bartłomiej Kaczynski determined that the helmet was a rare artefact and an example of advanced Celtic metallurgy. Research at the archaeological site of Ysa Góra in the Chorzele commune was conducted by scientists from the State Archaeological Museum in cooperation with the Faculty of Archaeology of the University of Warsaw. Since the spring they have discovered about 300 different artefacts at the location. The mostly complete bronze Celtic helmet was discovered alongside 4 iron axes and another half helmet. This is the first find of its type in Poland. Up until now, only a helmet from Siemiaczów, dated much later to the 1st century BC, had been discovered in the country. Dr. Andrzej Michalewicz from the Faculty of Archaeology, University of Warsaw, said, "Initially we thought it might be some ancient vessel, because bronze vessels are much more common in Poland than helmets." It was only when one of the characteristic elements, the so-called neck piece, was discovered that the item's true nature was revealed. One of the archaeologists added, "However, when we discovered the shape of the calotte, i.e. the peak on the helmet together with the double knob, we no longer had any doubts that we had a very rare artefact, or simply an early Latin helmet. This shape finds analogy only and exclusively in Celtic sites." End quote. Helmets from the early Latin period, a style of Celtic art that developed between the 4th and 3rd centuries BC, are very rare. The aforementioned previously discovered helmet, found over 50 years ago in a cemetery in Siemiaczów, was from the so-called Purzyworsk culture, which had extensive reach across Europe. Archaeological research conducted on Ysa Góra in the 1970s and 1980s yielded Latin artefacts from the site, but these were small, mainly fragments of artefacts that could have ended up there as a result of trade. The researchers added, "However, the helmet is an example of the most advanced Celtic metallurgy, and it seems that it may have been in the possession of a Celt. It was probably not given to this population, which existed at the time on the outskirts of any ancient world. The discovery therefore changes the previous perception of the scale of contacts with the Celtic world in the earlier pre-Roman period." The helmet was transported to the Regional Museum Conservation Department, where it was handed over to Mikołaj Organek, a conservator specialising in the conservation of iron and bronze artefacts. The conservation of the helmet is expected to take several months. Helmets of this type have been discovered in Austria, including at Durenburg near Heilung. Complete specimens can be seen in the Austrian Celtic Museum in Heilung. In addition to the helmet, scientists have excavated many other objects at Ysa Góra, including those related to farming, timber gathering and animal husbandry. Lead researcher Dr. Kaczynski said, "The Celts were famous for introducing iron tools into use. We have excavated primarily iron axes with rectangular cross-sections. There are also half-scythes, i.e. today's scythes for mowing grass or grain. We also have a scissors blade, probably for trimming sheep wool." Among the haul, items of local origin from the West Baltic Kurgan culture were also unearthed. These included 3 impressive items of female jewellery in the form of multi-coil armlets, but the impressive Celtic helmet was the most significant discovery. But that's it for this video. Don't forget to like, share and most importantly subscribe, and you can also support the channel on Subscribestar via the link in the description or via YouTube Super Thanks. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.